I just want to tell you, I just want to tell you that as you start to pursue your purpose, find out, first of all, what your purpose is, and you start to pursue it, as you start to become more disciplined and holding yourself to a higher standard, holding your word to yourself, holding your word to others, yet prioritizing yourself, giving yourself self-respect, self-love, and self-accountability, I want to tell you what the benefit of that is. You start to glow differently. As a man pursues his purpose, he is enlightened. When a man finds his purpose, he finds himself. As a man starts to prioritize himself, he finds that the world is his, right? As a man starts to hold himself accountable, he realizes that every setback, everything that didn't get accomplished is on him. And there's beauty in that. Why is there beauty in that? Because you know that you are in control. There's things outside, there's things in the universe, there's things in the world that God is in control of. But God allows you to build your way when you get out your way. When you get out of your own way, God is like, go for it. Take it. You've earned it. You deserve it. I made decisions this year that did not prioritize my well-being. They didn't prioritize my peace of mind. They didn't prioritize my mental health. And I'm trying to catch up for that, right? This last month, I'm trying to catch up for everything that I've done through the year. But I am grateful. I am grateful and I am happy with my progress because I'm able to look myself in the mirror. I'm able to look myself in this camera and I'm able to admire the hard work that I've put in. That every struggle that came in front of me, every challenge, everything that could have knocked me down, it hurt me. There was times where I wanted to give up. There's times that I was really, really in pain and I will not lie to you. There was times where you shed tears by yourself of anger, of disappointment, of how could I let myself down? How could I allow this to happen? How was I so blind to this? How did I put up with something for so long? How did I give so much of myself to everybody else that I left nothing for myself? It's a hard decision to make. It's a selfless decision to make. And I would tell you this is a mistake that I made. Do not give all of yourself to somebody else or other people that you don't leave anything for yourself. Because you know what happens? You end up becoming a person that you didn't want to become. You end up becoming a villain in people's story because you allowed people to take everything out of you, that all that was left was just negativity. All the positivity was gone. All you had left was just negativity. And you know what's so crazy? And it's human nature. People will forget the 100 good things you did for them, and they will hold you and they will crucify you for the one thing you did wrong. Okay? Now that I'm becoming more selective of who I allow around me, I'm more selective of who I give my energy to. I don't care what you look like. I don't care what you have. I don't care if you're trying to draw my attention. I'm the prize. That's how I treat myself, and treat yourself the same way. You are the prize. That is not arrogance. That is not cockiness. That is having self-respect and self-awareness of I deserve something. I deserve something special and I'm going to wait for it till it comes. You want my energy? There's this whole line of other people that can give you that. I'm not the one. I've worked too hard for this to allow somebody to come and strip this away from me. It's been a rainy day in hell, but you know what? It was worth it. I can look myself in the mirror and I hope that you can feel the same thing. You're able to look yourself in the mirror and you're able to say, you know what? I did it. Even if I did it on my own, but I did it. Even if I did it by myself and nobody was there, nobody seen the struggles, I got through it and I can be proud of myself. There is no better feeling than being proud of yourself. some of the lowest vibration that you can walk in, that you could live in: guilt, anger, envy, disappointment. You know it. You know how you feel. Like, you know how you feel when you're guilty because you did something you weren't supposed to. How do you feel when you cheat on your partner? How long does that live in your conscience, right? How long does it live in your conscience when you know you stole something that wasn't yours? I know, because I've done it. I've done all of that. I am by no means perfect. I've done everything that has made me feel guilty, right? As men, how do you feel when you go on your phone and you're looking at things you know you shouldn't be looking at? I'm able to look at a man and I could just see, just by the fact that he doesn't give other men eye contact, it's like, bro, you have no energy. You have no life force left in you. And that's guilt. You're carrying that guilt. How does a person feel when they're overweight? That insecurity, the lack of confidence, that's guilt. You know it's guilt. You're judging yourself and you know everybody else is judging you. And guess what? Sometimes you're judging yourself more than anybody else is judging you. But it's your guilt. It's your self-conscience, right? Your consciousness is the authentic voice of God. When your consciousness tells you, I need to change, change it. When your conscience tells you it's time to let go, let go. That is the voice of God telling you, hey, this isn't for you right now. Or maybe it's not for you anymore. You served your purpose. You did what you were supposed to, whether it's at a job, whether it's in a relationship, a friendship. There's friends that I've had to let go because they were toxic. Friends I've had to let go because I felt like they were just using me. Maybe not financially, but they were drawing from my energy and my wisdom. All you just want to take from me. I'm not getting anything from you. A relationship, a friendship, family connection needs to be mutual, right? There needs to be a benefit on both ends. Now, sometimes, you know what? Maybe you could only give me 40%. Don't trip. I'll give you the 60. Because when I'm at 40%, I know you're going to give me the 60. That's a fair situation. But if I'm always the one that's giving you more, all you're doing is taking away my energy. And it's just not worth it, right? You taking away your own confidence and your own energy by doing things that go against your own consciousness, you're just hurting yourself, okay? There is a certain energy, there's a certain aura that you're going to carry when you're a man that keeps his word to himself. Fuck everybody else. You keep your word to yourself. You're a man with integrity and you try to do the right thing. You will not be perfect, okay? You will never reach that. But if you're able to go to sleep and say, you know what, I gave it the best I had today. And I'm not saying like affirmations like I'm the best and I do everything right and everything's working out for me. No, you are working for everything you want and it's going to work out for you. You can't sit back and expect blessings and you give no service to the world. If you don't give anything to the world, it goes back to what I'm telling you earlier. It needs to be mutual. How do you feel when you go and you help someone? How do you feel when you donate to an organization and you know you're making a difference? Do you feel guilty for that? Absolutely not. It raises your frequency because you're helping people. We want to help people. Imagine what happens when you help yourself. Imagine the feeling when you start to become a better version of yourself and now you're able to give that to the world. You're able to become a better version of yourself. Maybe you're able to be better off financially. Now you can give that to the world. You're only selfish if you make a lot of money and you don't share it. But if you make a lot of money and you're able to make a big impact, you're doing God's work. There's nothing more than God's work of I have abundance and I'm able to help the people that need it the most. Tell me if I'm wrong, right? As you start to become the better version of yourself, you're able to give that to your family. You're able to give that to your kids. You're able to give that to your wife. If you're vibrating, if you're raising in confidence and your vibration is so high, you think that's not going to be attractive to women? You think that's not going to be attractive to your wife? She's going to be like, I'm fucking in love with this man. This man holds it more to himself. He's confident. He loves his family. He's attractive as fuck. Like, who doesn't want to feel that? Who doesn't want to feel that? And this goes the same thing for women, right? Don't do things that go against your consciousness. Society will tell you that you can do certain things. You know they're not right. If your consciousness is making you feel guilty, is because you know it's not right. If you need to do something on a Saturday night and then wake up and regret what you did and have to erase pictures or videos or text or anything like that, that is your consciousness tell you that you did not do the right thing. That's why you feel guilty. If society's saying it's right and you think it's genuinely right, then you will feel no guilt. You will feel absolutely no guilt. Unless you are a sociopath, that you do something wrong and you feel no guilt, that very few people that are actually like that. Most people know they did something wrong. That's why they're embarrassed, right? When we don't talk about our mistakes, our most darkest mistakes and secrets, is because there's guilt. We know we should have done better. We should have done something differently, okay? And the only way to correct your mistakes, the only way to be able to at least attempt to make things right, become a better person. That's it. That's all you can do, right? So this is just a reminder. The more you take care of yourself, and this is for the men because women tend to have a different mentality of like, be sweet to yourself, do this to yourself. I can't speak to that. I'm not a woman. I can't speak to that, right? But I will tell this to men. Hold yourself accountable. Look yourself in the mirror and be very, very honest and transparent with yourself. Don't have to share with anybody else. Make note, hold yourself accountable and say, you know what? These are some areas I know I need to work on. I'm going to work on them before anybody's got to tell me. I could look myself in the mirror. I could see it. If I'm honest, I could see it. I had to look myself in the mirror and be like, yeah, I really got out of fucking shit. I'm going to get this shit together. Hey, you know what? I didn't prioritize myself. I really got to get that shit together. And you know what the benefit of is? Being happy with yourself. There is no fucking better feeling. Choosing your peace of mind, there is no better feeling. Trying to do your best every single day and trying to make an impact, there's no better feeling. The reason I'm getting on here and making this YouTube channel is because I just want to make a difference. I don't know everything about everything, but all I know everything of is my life experiences. I know everything about my mistakes. I know everything about the things I've done right, and I just want to share those with you. If I can help someone by them not making the same mistakes I made, great. If I'm able to motivate someone by my wins, great. All right? Create the best version of yourself and then you give that to the world. That's something that Wes Watson said and something that I hold dearly because it's true. All right? If you are a born leader and you know you are, you got work to do because you got people that are looking up to you. And if they're not looking up to you yet, they will. And you owe it to them. And if you have a family, they're looking up to you. Okay? If this helped you, which I hope it did, go ahead and hit like, drop a comment. I appreciate all your support because I'm trying to grow this community, a chosen few, and you are a chosen one if you made it this far. Matter of fact, if you made it this far, I just want you to leave a comment saying the chosen few. That's it. Or chosen one, whatever you want, just leave a comment if you made it this far because I really appreciate it. We're going to look back and look at these videos and we're going to see the originators of this movement. I didn't find a community exactly like I wanted it, so I'm going to create one. And if you're stuck around this far, it's because we're vibrating at the same frequency. You're part of the team now. You're part of my group now. You know, and I'm part of your group now, right? So we are now unified as a group where we hold ourselves to the highest level of respect, of loyalty, of honesty, of love, of support, of brotherhood. This is what this is now, all right? So hit like if you got this, if this was of any service to you. Drop a comment. You know the deal. Subscribe. Hit the notification. That way you get the notification with the bell every time I drop game. All right. Thank you for spending this night with me. Don't forget, you are a chosen one.